Awesome. So thank you so much for teaming up. Ashley, what's your team name? I feel like the worst success partner for not remembering it.
Team Fire to Get Fit. Scotty's represented over there.
Fire to get fit. Okay, fire to get fit. I love this collaborative that we've had with our two teams. So thank you for joining officially this time the Grow Worthy Hangout this week, even though there's way more of you guys than Grow Worthy. So really, I feel drawn to the basics lately, and that's where this kind of topic sprouted from. And I think it's something that will benefit both our teams. And Ashley was all about sharing anything. So I'm really happy to share this with you guys as well. A little bit about me. I am a 3-star diamond coach. I've been coaching about 2 years now. And I'm really going to share quite a bit of my actual journey into coaching tonight. So I won't really get into that. But just for the sake of this call and this collaborative, I'll let Ash do a quick little intro too, and then I'll get into presentation.
Hi, I'm Ashley. Many of you know me. I don't even know what I am. I'm a 4-star diamond, technically a 9-star combined diamond. I don't know. I've been in this business for, it'll be almost 4 years in January, which is just insane. Full-time coach, me and my husband do this together. We both left corporate America. That's the gist about me. You can hear about me on a whole different day. So I'm just going to hand it right back over to Lindsay though.
Awesome. Thank you. So we're going to share our screen here because I have some slides for you guys. Can you see my screen? Cool. Awesome. And I think we can do present mode. Cool. So I can't see you guys at all anymore, so I'm just going to go right into this. So the importance of picking a program and sticking to it. Let's go back to the very beginning. So this is me before Beachbody. This is me actually a week after having my daughter, and before Beachbody as a coaching opportunity was really even on my radar. Now, actually, for my husband and I, we'd done P90X before. We bought it from Amazon or the infomercial, I'm not exactly sure. But when I had my daughter in the middle of the night, we were up all night watching the T25 infomercial. And I had gained 30 pounds. My husband had gained 30 pounds with me during pregnancy as well. And we were both sick of it. And in the hospital, right after having my baby, we're watching this infomercial all night. And I think my husband was watching it more and woke me up in the morning. He was like, we're going home and we're buying this. So he's next to me laughing. So we bought T25 literally like 3 days later when we got home from the hospital. We were ready to get in shape. But that was it. We saw the thing about Shakeology and we're like, this sounds amazing. This stuff's so cool. And then we saw the price tag and we're like, no, thank you. So we just stuck to T25. And if I'm being really honest, this is really where I started my journey. The saggy butt, the back fat, all the unpleasant things that happen to your body when you gain weight. This is the week I actually became a coach. So we started T25. My daughter was born in April, end of April in 2014. And I started T25, I think 5 weeks after she was born, as soon as I was cleared to work out. And I did the whole alpha phase, the first 4 weeks, without seeing any weight loss. I felt stronger, I felt better about myself, but no weight loss. And I couldn't lose those last 10 pounds after having a baby. And so I was frustrated and I was headed back from maternity leave and I gave up. I didn't have a support system. I was doing it myself at home and I was frustrated, not seeing the results I want. So I quit. Flash forward another month or two, and I saw a friend become a coach, and she was going to do T25, and she was going to drink Shakeology, and I was like, okay, fine, I have T25. I'm not buying a challenge pack. I paid $40 to sign up, and I think I even still paid full price as a customer for Shakeology because I was just so desperate to try something. So I went back today searching through pictures to kind of catch a snapshot of who that girl was when I started. And honestly, I didn't take many pictures of myself. So the picture that actually was the day I signed up as a coach is the first time my daughter ever rolled over on her own. It was like the only picture I had of the day I became a coach. Coaching was not on my radar. I just did it for a discount. I was not really sure this was even going to work. I was just fed up and I wanted a quick solution to my health and unhappiness. And 2 days later, this is my start picture before the beta phase, before I started drinking Shakeology. Then something crazy happened. So just 3 weeks into the beta phase, drinking Shakeology for the first time ever, that was the only thing I changed. I was nursing. I didn't change my diet really, aside from just what naturally changes when you drink Shakeology, that you don't crave things as much, that you eat better just because you added that into your day. And I lost that 10 pounds finally, and I felt amazing. So 3 weeks in, I had the results that I wanted. And I couldn't believe how crazy and awesome and fast and good Shakeology was that I just started sharing it. And I was not a poster. I had 250 Facebook friends. I had everything on privacy lockdown. You couldn't even search me on social media unless you were already my friend. I was super protected and I never ever posted. So I started posting my journey, and in 3 weeks I lost 10 pounds. And I said, okay, I need to really maybe take this business seriously. And it kept happening. I was addicted to the way Shakeology made me feel. 3 weeks in, we signed my husband up as a coach as well. He picked Les Mills, and we started Les Mills together right after I finished T25. And we kept on continuing our fitness journey together. Every single time we stopped a program, though, we went right into another one. So I started with finishing T25. We did Les Mills. I don't remember what we did after that, but we always had a program we went to, and with the intention of finishing it all the way through, even if it wasn't totally perfect, we did our best. And we got amazing results. And another thing too about that and having my husband join so quickly into the business with me, if you have that husband or that spouse who doesn't believe in this business and this opportunity, the way to prove them wrong is not in the business. I think a lot of us try and like have a major paycheck or pay off some big credit card or something like that. But the way to really impress your spouse is to physically change, to do a workout and get amazing results and show him or her, whichever side you're on, that this product works, and that's why you've chosen to align yourself with it, because that's more convincing than a paycheck. By 3 months in, my whole life had changed. I was a totally new person. So I, honestly, I would consider myself to be like a moderate fast pace in building this business. And I was one of those people that pushed to diamond in about 90 days. So 90 days in, this was actually, I think like November-ish of the year that I signed up. I had lost the 10 pounds that I wanted. I was a diamond coach. Just really things were going great, and I was posting every day just because I was so happy with how my life had changed. I couldn't help but post about it. So when did it really click for me? The importance of this program, that this business was something real that I should be doing, that this was all going to work if I just kept doing it, kind of thing. And that was for me in February of 2015. So I signed up as a coach in August of 2014. Finished T25, did Les Mills. I don't remember what I did in the beginning. And finally, in February, several months later, I decided to do the 21-day fix, which I had been resisting. I was like, 21-day fix is beginners. It's easy. I won't like it. I'm more hardcore than that. So I was like, never going to do 21-day fix. And I was like, fine. It was on sale that month. I think it was the promotion. I got it. And I posted every single day what day I was on. So I did the entire 21 days, and every single day, morning, I think some of them are at night, whatever time of day I got to it, I posted a picture with a number. That was the tipping point in my business. Even my coach, Ashley, will be like, that month that you did 21-day fix and you posted it every single day changed your business, because people saw that. They saw that consistency, and they saw my physical transformation. I had great before and afters just from 21-day fix, not let alone if you looked at my first saggy butt picture to like where I actually went with these Beachbody products. But that 21 days of being in people's faces, with the program every single day really got people seeing that this was serious. The 10 pounds right away, that was impressive. That got me some early people that were like, okay, I want to change and like, let's do this. Or that excitement of, well, I have a program, like they just needed Shakeology, and that kind of that weird, awkward flow that happens at the beginning of your business when people start to kind of piece together how they can work with you. And it just kind of falls into place. And then you need to kind of work on that colder market, or maybe not as warm market versus your hot market as you get into this phase of your business. So this 21 days of posting every single day my workout was what changed my business and changed my confidence, because honestly, as much as I stuck to programs before and did them, I hadn't actually done a program day one to day whatever it was as it was supposed to be. T25, I took 3-week break in the middle. I still had amazing results, and actually those results got to be a testimonial. They asked me to officially submit those, which was awesome. And Les Mills was really cool, but as it got to the end, Les Mills got to be 60-minute programs, and so we kind of tapered off and didn't always do it. So when I first did 21 Day Fix, that was the first program I did every single day. I didn't miss it, and I posted about it every single day, and that caught attention. So I was really proud of that. It made me really love the business, and it took the professionalism, it took the seriousness to the next level to allow me to expand my market. And then this happened. So in February, I completed my 21 days. And then in March, we took a vacation down to Florida. We usually do this every year. And we were gone for about a week. And when I came back, this was my station at my job at the time, I got in trouble. And I'll actually go out of screen share here if I can. It's taking a minute. So I got in trouble. My bosses pulled me aside after I got back from vacation and said, "You're talking about Beachbody too much and we don't like it and you're suspended." And my heart's like pounding thinking of this moment. But I was floored. I was floored. That's something that was making me so happy and passionate. That's something that I could talk to people about. And I was a hairdresser, so like you got to know people personally just as much as you knew them professionally, and might recommend whatever for their hair needs and stuff. They were my friends too. And so I got pulled aside and said, "You can't talk about Beachbody at work anymore." And that was like the worst feeling in the world. And I had to like fight for my job to not actually get suspended. I think when it came up to it, I fought for it and I just ended up getting written up. But like I am like a rule follower, good girl, like I don't get in trouble. And so to get called out was like, it's just horrible. There's no other way to describe it. But what it did is it made me realize that Beachbody was making me so happy that other people hated it. And that was the light bulb for me that I wanted to do this full time. That the job that I was at, I was stuck in, and I didn't think I was stuck. I didn't realize I was stuck until they told me I couldn't talk about Beachbody at work because I was so much more energetic and happy about Beachbody than I was about my actual job. And so that's when the plan started to do this full time. And by January of that year, I quit. And this is all that I do now because I needed that growth. And there's a million more to that story, but I'll kind of stop it there. So I just wanted to share my journey as the powerful reason of how important it is to stick to your workout every single day, to actually follow a plan so that people can see how your life is actually changing because of it. So now that you know my story, you're thinking, how does this relate to me? So I got so wrapped up in my journey, I got in trouble at work. And I don't want that for you. I don't want that feeling. I don't want you to feel bullied. But I do kind of also want that for you. If this is what you're meant to do, like I want you to be so in love with Beachbody that people are like, you need to shut up, or you need to like do it full time because it's so clear that this is what you're meant to do. Why are you wasting your time doing anything else? If you don't actually go all in with these products, you're never going to fall in love with them. Beachbody is a relationship. If you don't go all in, if you don't exclusively date Beachbody, if you don't pick a program and set a date to work out every single day with this relationship of Beachbody, you are never going to put enough time into it to understand it completely, to know how it feels to feel better, to get the physical results that you can get from using the program, and to want to just share it because you can't help it anymore. And I think too many times once we have that little bubble of how awesome it is, we get into like business mode, right? And how do I make a better post? And how do I recruit to my team? And you start to think about these business management mode kind of things, and you forget about the journey. And you forget about why you love this and what really made you love this. And then somewhere in the business, maybe 4 or 6 months in, when you kind of fallen off the wagon of your workout and you're maybe diamond, or you've got some people underneath you, you're still pushing for diamond, you're feeling like, what happened to this business? Like, why am I like so not in love with coaching anymore when I know that I loved it from the beginning? And I bet if you really gut check, you could realize that you stopped doing what made you the best customer in the world. And the best coaches start as customers. Even if you were technically a coach, I was a coach from day one. I was a customer because I was not going to work this business. That was not really on my radar until all of a sudden I lost 10 pounds and then it just fell into place. If you don't fall in love, coaching is always going to feel like work. So fall in love with the lifestyle and then marry it. Again, relationship analogies, but you want to marry it. And relationships, marriage, it's work too. So you have to keep reminding yourself. You have to go to that next program. You have to dig into further things with each program and figure out why they're the way they are. Like, I loved that call we got with Joel, like hearing every little detail behind it, his passion, where it comes from, how it's formatted, why it's the way it is. Know those things. Know those things about every program you tackle, because it makes it even more fun and interesting to talk about with others and to share in your posts. Get up every day and work out, because that routine is going to energize, inspire you, and trickle into every aspect of your life. So I know we all have different circumstances. There are people who they get up at 4:30 right now, and that is just their life, and you could not get up at 4 and work out that half an hour. I get that. But I think most people could get up and work out first, especially when it's 20-minute workouts, 30-minute workouts. You can just set that alarm a little bit faster. You can go to bed a little bit sooner. You can go to bed a little bit sooner and just make it work, because there is magic in waking up and working out. It gives you this energy. It sets the wheels turning, and it sets up your day for success. So I love, getting it in any time is definitely better than not doing it all. But I love that routine in the morning of getting up, working out, hanging out for a second and doing my post, hopping in the shower, turning on my audiobook, listening to my personal development while I'm showering. And it just pumps me up for my day, because now I have this burst of energy instead of dragging my feet, getting ready for a job that I don't love, or getting ready to run the kids around, or whatever it is. Instead, you are fueling yourself with physical energy, with endorphins, with inspiration, and that shower moment, or they say like that toilet moment, now is like amplified to the 1000th degree, because you worked out first and then you did your personal development while you're in the shower, and your mind is just like open to change, is open to learning, is open to exciting yourself about your day. Because when you do that, people are going to notice so much more than your physical change. Like so much more than your physical change. So if you have this mental clarity in the morning, it's going to carry through your day, and you're going to lose weight, and people are going to notice that if that's your goal. Or have a girl who's always been really skinny and she's actually been gaining weight, which is awesome. And that physical change is great. People are going to notice that, but the lifestyle is what makes us happy, amazing people every day. So you have to get that lifestyle to stick, and that happiness just to flow and trickle into the rest of your life. So go all in. Stop hopping around programs. Live them full out and learn each one as its own journey. There's a reason to every program. We aren't experts. We don't try and be experts. We are not the trainers. And they formulated everything they did in the program very scientifically. Like that Autumn can tell you that 21-day fix, cardio fix, is the exact same format as everything she did in Country Heat. You would never think those two programs at a body level or what they're going to achieve are the same, right? You're thinking like cardio with weights and jumping and whatever you're doing with Autumn and 21-day fix. And then the simple, fun dance moves of Country Heat are scientifically the same kind of format. There's a rhyme and a reason to everything they do, and they know that. And sometimes if you hear those calls, you get to know that too. But there's a reason it is the way that it is. There's a reason there's a rest day this certain day that there is. There's a reason that 4 weeks into hardcore, it sucks. There's a reason that 4 weeks into hammer and chisel, all of a sudden you are falling over on the toilet again, just as sore as day one, and you don't know why, because you're doing the same workouts you have been doing for 4 weeks, but suddenly something about it changed, right? That's built in there with like the biggest intention and purpose. Those trainers did that on purpose. It didn't happen by accident. Beachbody tests everything a million times over, and it gets results, and they don't put anything out until they know that it will and why it will, just like that. You have to be doing it. If you don't work hammer and chisel at week 4, you're never going to feel that. And you're never going to get the amazing results that come at week 12. If I think it's a 12-week program. So I think I said everything. I think that I said everything that I had in my notes. But basically, just to reiterate, we are not the experts. The super trainers are, and you will never know what your body is really capable until you do a whole program start to finish. So that's my spiel. Oh, I'm winded, passionate. Any questions?
Can I add something in, Lindsay? Do you mind?
Go for it.
So I'm going to like completely agree with her. And I'm going to also say, when you're not doing a program like all the way through, you have to work 10 times harder. So right now I'm not doing a program because I'm training for races, and it just doesn't really fit. No schedule fits what I need to do for my running schedule. And it's harder. I'm still showing up every single day, and I'm still posting about my workouts, but I have to go a little bit harder and post a little bit more because I'm not following that everyday schedule. And I'll admit, I've been in this business for almost 4 years, and I think I've completed a program maybe 3 times, maybe. So the odds aren't very good in that one. The odds are not good at all. So it is very important to do a program and to follow it. And I've talked about it on the team, guys, and you know this, especially for my coaches. That's why we do our team challenges every single month. And I say pick one, and pick one that works for you. And I don't know if Lindsay will agree with me or not, but there have been times where we got to like week 6 of 22-minute hardcore, and I was like, dude, I can't do this. Like, I'm not enjoying my workouts. This isn't for me. Like, I was not enjoying it anymore. And I will say that if you're dreading your workout so much every single day that you're like, I don't want to work out, find a program, but stick with it. Don't be bouncing back every single 5 weeks. Like, I don't like this anymore. I'm going to switch another one. You get one pass, in my opinion, one pass, and that's it. So I just wanted to piggyback on that just a little.
Yeah, that made me think of something else I didn't write down in my notes, but I thought of later. Think about how often we say you need to post like 3 to 5 times a day. And especially as a new coach, you're like, oh my gosh, I post like once a week. How can I go now post 300 times more than I was posting and post 3 times a day and be interesting? When you have these days that you are just like on as a coach, that you worked out and like whatever Shalene said inspired you, and then you listened to Grant Cardone and something he said inspired you, you're like, oh my God, I want to post again. I just posted 2 minutes ago. And your day really is like that. You could post 20 times, and you can tell the days that like I worked out and had a productive day because I post 9 times. And the days that I didn't work out, because if you can't see, but I'm pregnant right now, and so I take a lot more mental rest days, I post like 3 times, and it's like my shake and something cute my daughter did, and then like, oh, it's the end of the night, I'm exhausted. And it's just like uninspiring because I was uninspired that day. I didn't work out. I wasn't myself. It's so much easier to post when you just do it. She's so right. And you'll never run out of things to say when you're really doing it, really listening to what the trainer has to say, really digging into that personal development to piggyback off of everything you're growing physically, also grow mentally too. And with the changing programs, know your body. There have been times, honestly, like I kind of have to disagree with that a little bit, because I honestly hated hardcore at first. I was like, so many burpees, but my husband and I committed to do it together. And we even committed to Hell Week, and I found out I was pregnant Hell Week. And so I was like, I'm pregnant. I don't want to do 25 burpees. Like, already the excuses started, but I was like, damn it, I'm doing it. Pardon my French. But like, I said I was doing it. I posted it on Facebook. I'm doing this. and I'm gonna do it because people will not notice, and I'm not ready to tell people I'm pregnant. So like, what's my excuse? Oh, guess what? I have none. Like, I just kind of don't like burpees, and so I needed to just get over it and modify, and then I still had the best physical results of any program from 22-minute hardcore. So as much as it wasn't my jam, he got freaking results, and it was worth not really loving it. The other thing I can say to that is just take Energize. If you are really dreading your workout, take Energize, because you're just all of a sudden going to be, yeah, there you go, Emily's got her Energize. Take it. Like the time after that, I guess I would say from Hammer and Chisel on, which that released in December of last year, Hammer and Chisel through, what did we do after Hammer and Chisel? Was there something in between hardcore? I don't know if we did another program, but started with Hammer and Chisel, which was like a 90-day program. Maybe we started Body Bees. But we worked out every single day no matter what from that, because we had Energize, and that was like this extra little part of our routine in the morning that my husband and I did together. We worked out together, and I would lay in bed and keep hitting snooze, and he would go shake me up Energize and bring it to me in bed. And that just changed everything about my consistency, having that person actually in my house doing it with me, and then like Energize. Like, I miss it now. I can't have it pregnant, and I'm like, oh, it just made it took that like thing away. And if you can't get Energize, if it's not in the budget, whatever, make it something else. It's just a trigger. Honestly, like, I bet it's 80% mental that you're telling yourself, oh, I'm drinking this drink and this is magic juice. So it could be your Shakeology. It could be deodorant that you put on before you work out. Whatever it is, like, think to yourself, like, this is what's giving me energy. I'm going to buy mint deodorant and put it under my armpits, and then Chalene Extreme is going to be so easy today. Just do it. Create that routine, and it will be so much better. If you're dreading it, figure out why you're dreading it. It's probably not really the program. It's probably something else in life that's imbalanced. Who's doing a program right now? Cool. Who's actually going to finish it?
I am doing Country Heat.
Good. That's awesome. And then
I'm doing 17.
Awesome. And then who's going to put it into the Beachbody Challenge and win $500?
It does exist. I've won $500 before. It legit exists.
I've won too. And the key to that, like the key they'll even say kind of in the emails when they message you, is that you consistently do it. Like, I did it for T25. I did it for 21 Day Fix. I did it for Chalene Extreme. Whatever programs I did in the beginning, Les Mills, completed all those, sent in my before and afters, got asked to be testimonials on 2 of those, I think. I've also been asked to be a testimonial for 22-minute hardcore and for the 3-day refresh. So I think I've been asked to be testimonials 3 or 4 programs, and I've won $500 once for my 21-day fix extreme results. So the more you're doing it, those same people are looking at the emails and they start to recognize you and they want you to win. So do it. Every month you can submit, even if it's just the $500 I won wasn't actually 21 Day Fix Extreme. It was, here's my first year as a coach. So I didn't really have much change during 21 Day Fix Extreme because I was already at my goal weight. I was already my lowest since high school. And it really was just kind of like a few muscles that, don't photograph well unless you have professional lighting. So instead, I took my very first photos and I said, this is my whole year. This is my whole journey, the first year with Beachbody. And I went from saggy butt to mom abs. So that was what won $500. Be creative. Be like, you know what? This program was cool, but what's more cool is like these 6 months is what I want to showcase to you, or this year, or these 2 years, or whatever it is. Make your own if you want to beef up how impressive your journey is. Your journey is impressive if you do it. Cool. Any advice, any aha moments anyone wants to share on their own journeys in noticing anything that I mentioned in your own self or beyond, adding to that? How many of you were challengers first? I was a challenger first. So a couple. Most of you came right into the business. Did you come right in ready to work the business? That's why you came in. Did you come right in doing a program, even coming in working the business? see a couple both ways. So there's a, you know, like a key indicator there. Like, come into the business. The fitness is the business. The journey, the changing people, the changing yourself is the business. So if you're not doing that, there is 0 point in saying you're trying to coach, because that's just being a salesperson. You could sell anything. Go sell something else. But if you love the journey and you can speak to the journey, then you have a foundation for your business. So you'll probably stop recording. That's probably good.